Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Always excited when we get to do an after the show podcast right before St. Patty's Day. I don't know if we've ever done this. This is brand new.
This is pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
And it's on a Saturday. Ugh.
Yep. Good stuff.
Doesn't get any better.
Good stuff. Really pumped about tomorrow. Been waiting for this day for a while. Very excited about all the places that we're going to be going. Matthews Brewing is where we're going to be starting off. It's going down at 3:30. If you want to go and just kind of like hang and chill there, you can. Not going to hurt my feelings. It's all good. We'll be there. Just get there before 3:30 so you can spend a good solid hour with us. They're doing $45 all you can drink all day. Spread the Dub is going to be one of the bands playing live.
Do you know what time they open?
I don't know. I thought I had seen maybe at about 11 a.m.
Okay.
I don't know.
So go right at 11, pay the $45, be there till we get there at 3, and then you're just making a smart investment.
Am I the only one that thinks that that's an amazing deal? $45 to drink all day? That's really good.
It is.
That beer, it is amazing. And the only thing that I would just throw that with a huge caution. I mean, the one thing that I know from drinking craft beer, and I drink a lot of it, is that you think, oh, it's beer, it's good. But, I mean, you pop down 6 craft beers, it's pretty good.
Oh, no shit. Especially if they're 8.3 beers.
Yeah.
You are fucked.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
No, really, how do you feel, Bert?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. No, 2 of those things. I was telling Kevin, I drink 2 of those 7.5 Lagunitas, and I am not making good decisions.
Give me your phone.
No. Yeah, I'm not giving it to you.
We brought Jonathan in here from Damn Good Beer Bus.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
talk a little bit about
Happy to
it.
be here.
The bus.
Been wanting to do something with Jonathan for a while. I just love the concept that they have the Damn Good Beer Bus. I always see him in passing because I'm always, at the breweries, and then he's there like, oh, hey, and he's got the bus. It's like, hey, what's up, man? We say, hey, and so I'm like, one day, man, we're gonna, get you guys on a project that we do, and so here's our first little project with them. And
Awesome.
I'm excited. The bus sold out like in no time, and it's going to be a fun ride. So you can watch on social media for videos coming from the bus as we're cruising to the next place. You'll be able to see what goes on there. So
It sold out in like a record time.
yeah, pretty quick. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be available. I think it was done. We start promoting in the morning, and I think before the end of the show, they're like, hey, it's already sold out. So it was done
I
pretty
woke
quick.
up, I think it was Monday morning. So you guys must have started talking about it on the air.
Yeah.
And I get notifications when people book. And when I had like 6 purchases before I got out of bed, that's when I knew this is going to be going quick. So,
We need a bigger bus.
Yeah. People know it's going to be a really good show. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to start there. And he does different brew cheers. Now, let me know exactly how they are, because the ones I'm familiar with is, especially around like Boynton now. Boynton has got, I would say probably at least in Palm Beach County, the first like cropping of a bunch of craft breweries right beside each other, because you've got, my Due South, my boys there, and then Copper Point is about 200 yards away. It's so close. And then Nobo Brewing is like right just down the street from Due South. So you got those 3 all right in that vicinity. And I think you've got, you got at least another one.
yeah,
Devour,
a couple
right?
miles south, you got Devour as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, spot on. You got that cluster of those 3 literally within half a mile each other,
Yeah.
which is unlike anywhere really in the county.
Yeah.
West Palm's definitely growing exponentially. But even those aren't so condensed as what you have right there in Boynton, at least for the time being.
Yeah, so you pretty much, I know you'd had that tour, but you're doing different tours. You'll do North County, South County. I mean, you're kind of going all over the place.
Yeah, so we spread love to all the breweries. We work with literally every open brewery in Palm Beach County, which is kind of crazy. If you guys know of TBC, Tequesta Brewing Company.
Yes, I go there. That's my hood.
So awesome. Such a cool local spot.
It is.
Those
Yes.
guys were the OGs, and it was only, they just celebrated their 7-year anniversary.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
So,
Wow.
So from then to now, though, when you talk about 7 years, they were the first. There's about 14, 15 breweries with tap rooms now in Palm Beach County to show you the growth, and I know a handful more coming like soon. So
Nice.
Yeah, well, Fran, who has Tequesta Brewing, he's getting ready to open up a new one that is in West Palm, and I don't know if you have any other insider information about when that's going to happen, but I think it's like real soon.
So one thing I've come to learn with these breweries, whatever somebody tells you it's going to open, add 6 months to a year, and typically it falls within that realm.
Okay.
Now, with that said, I talked to Fran personally a couple of days ago about something else.
Yeah.
He feels they're pretty close. Like I would say within 2 months.
Okay.
But that whole area in the warehouse district, if you guys know about that, I
Yep.
mean, that's just going to crush it.
I was down there last Friday. to check it out. It's a place I was telling you about. It's the West Palm Open Market that they have there. And
I need to go.
yeah.
I'm hearing amazing things about it.
I went there right before we had Blue Martini, and they had a full patio. And it was outside, and the weather was great. And they've got kind of like a window that opens up, and they've got beers on tap, and they have wine.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, basically, these investors came in, bought these old abandoned industrial buildings, put a lot of money into it. You have essentially a gourmet food hall, so you have a local produce guy, you have a sausage and butcher, you have a pizza, but all like not a food
High
court.
end.
Yeah.
And then you got a brewery going in that Kevin mentioned, a co-work space, a local curated vendor, a distillery's going in. If you guys know Black Coral Rum up here, I heard you talking about them, I think.
Yeah.
They got a spot going in.
Wow.
So that area is just blowing up like crazy. And also there is a little brewery right adjacent to that right now, currently open, called Ukapau.
Yep.
So there's going to be 2 right there within walking distance to each other very soon.
Yeah. I went and hung out with the Ukapau guys a couple weeks ago, and they're just kind of like right there.
Bragger. You're bragging with all the big beer players over here.
He's a mover. He's a shaker.
And an alcoholic.
That's okay. You're in good company.
No judgment, friend.
Yeah, in fact, I kind of like some of those places like an Ukapau that is right there and just kind of like an industrial, it's like a garage, basically. One that I love, and there's a few like that, like Devour and Boynton has done that, and it's really cool. It's almost like if you opened up a storage facility and just tricked it out with your buddies. They did a really cool job. They got the TVs in there, and I was really impressed with Devour, and it's a place you wouldn't ever even expect. And so when you hop on the Damn Good Beer bus, then it'll take you around, probably open your eyes to a lot. Because the thing about a lot of these breweries is they're hard to find. Like Ukapau, I tried to go to twice before I found it. Like they're not. Like right out in the open. I mean, that's the one thing about a lot of the craft breweries. In fact, I'm so happy that, Matthews wanted to do something with this, because kind of their strategy is they want to be, cool and under the radar, and, we're hard to find and we're worth it kind of thing. And so when they wanted to actually do something with the radio, I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Matthews is another one. Obviously, I'm sure you've been to Matthews,
right.
But you're driving, and when you're like going, where the fuck am I? That's when you're close, because you will say that. And if you don't say that, you're not close.
You don't want it to be too underground. You want people to go there.
Yes, but you will, because it's like they have like industrial warehouse, like in their body shops. And you'll see, like, my father-in-law
like a service bay.
You'll see, like, Mexican dudes shirtless out there covered in grease, and you're just like, and there's like hoopties and lowriders all over. So you're like, where the fuck am I? And then you're like, oh, there's Matthews. Yeah, and it's so weird.
I mean, with that said, Matthews is beautiful.
It's
Incredible.
gorgeous.
And I think David, the owner there, I think he dropped like about $2 million on it, and it's so impressive. And you're just like, whoa. And it's like this shining mecca that's well lit and everything. And they've got their own parking. If you go on down the street, you got a place to park, and you just walk up the thing. And it's completely safe because, people are around there. But it's an awesome experience.
Totally. And to your point about the Devour to the Matthews, I mean, we do work with every brewery. So, yes, all the time we have people saying, hey, we didn't even know this place existed. I mean, I think some of that is all these places need so much space, and you need a reasonably priced lease or rent, right? Mm-hmm. And also zoning. So that's why so many of these are completely off the beaten path in the warehouse areas.
Dave was going to be in West Palm. He was going to be West Palm's first brewery and wanted to open up there. And freaking, I don't know what the hell West Palm is doing. That's why I got to get in there and crack some heads, because they make it so difficult for business owners in West Palm Beach. And it was just to the point where they were jerking them around so much. He's like, screw it, I'm just going to go to Lake Worth. They made it easy to open up. And it's like, I had talked to so many business owners that are just completely fed up with how West Palm does business.
Come on, West Palm.
Yeah,
get it together.
They've been difficult for a while, but they
just the entire city.
Yeah, it's some of the
whatever policy and procedure they have.
Yeah.
It's not friendly to business.
Yeah,
we
is.
want to inspire business.
Yeah.
and get more of it.
Mm-hmm. You have to dig deeper, and we have to boot some people out of there.
Yeah.
I think Boynton's a great example of a city that's gotten behind it, right?
Yeah, I know the mayor there,
Yeah.
Mayor in Boynton. I've drank with him a good couple times.
Okay, this is our kind of guy.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, because he's a young dude, like in his early 30s. He's a party guy. He's an attorney that just ran for mayor, and I think he was almost surprised he won. He's like, oh shit, I won. And he's like,
I gotta run this city.
You know, he's like drinking with friends, like, I'm gonna run for mayor. Yeah, you'd be great.
Do it.
And then he wakes up on Wednesday morning. He's like, oh shit, I won. And it's like, so here he is. But you know, he's just, you know, he's just cool. And so Boynton is great and friendly with businesses, and that's why you're seeing these kind of places opening up.
I will say, in defense, I don't want to, because I don't know too much, but I mean, this is a relatively new industry. So there's got to be trailblazers, there's got to be people that understand the concept and want to get behind it. But I think there is such a unfair bad stigma to anything alcohol related. I mean this drives in so much economy, so much awareness. I mean, Discover the Palm Beach is huge tourism here. They grasp it, they're behind it, you know, and we're trying to work on things to really, in addition to the bus, but get the breweries out there in general. I mean, it's hot right now.
Yeah,
it's really hot.
You don't see, like, when I go to a breweries, I've never seen a fight. I've never seen like that falling down drunk or somebody like out front barfing their guts out. I mean, it just that
until Saturday. Knock on wood, right?
Saturday, there will be somebody barfing at Pyro as well.
Oh, and that somebody might be me.
No, don't take all the shine. That's gonna be me.
Can me and Jaybird have a barf off?
I would win. I'm so good. I'm like a cat. I can do it like that.
He's got a more impressive resume. Have you puked in the halls of PGA National?
Never.
Were you escorted out by a police officer? And the police officer was very friendly.
I wasn't.
Okay, then you need to kind of pipe it down.
You're my Miyagi.
Yeah. Now, as far as like Palm Beach County, are there other places that you guys go? Because, you know, for instance, Miami's got a really good craft beer scene going on right now. They got Concrete Beach and Jay Wakefield and, you know, Wynwood Brewery and Miami Brewing and all kinds of good stuff there.
Yeah, South Florida as a whole is just, I mean, late to the party, but growing rapidly, which is awesome to see. So, yeah, we wanted to just focus. We're just coming up to a year in business, okay? Solidify the relationships, prove our concept, iron out the kinks. And that's what we've done and grow. When we started even a year ago, I think there was 9 breweries. And now, like I said, 14, 15.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, to go back to something, if you don't mind for a second.
Sure.
So in addition to what we're doing Saturday, we're just kind of cruising you guys around, taking you around, because essentially we're an oversized Uber, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all people want. You know, we are legally allowed to drink on the bus, so we give out craft beers. And obviously we have the brewery niche. Our day-to-day, though, is all-inclusive public or private tours. So like you mentioned, north, south, central. Those are our public tours where we pick the date, the time, the route, and you're just buying tickets to join us. But the majority of our business is private tours. You know, let's say you want to celebrate a birthday. We'll pick you up at your house. We'll take you to the 3 breweries you want to go to.
Oh, cool.
It's about 4 hours. We go behind the scenes. We meet with the brewmasters. We get a flight of beer at each place, craft beer on the bus, koozie, water, snacks, tour guide. And it's just an all-inclusive experience to really kind of learn it. A little educational, but for all levels. We're not trying to blow anyone away. It's just... And that's really kind of taken off. And then to what you asked about other areas, for private stuff, when people have used us as like a glorified Uber, we have driven down to Wynwood. We have gone to Pompano, which has kind of like what Boynton Beach has. Condensed area.
They do Funky and a couple places there.
But we are going to be expanding to Broward here. We're going to roll that out in the next couple weeks or so. We've already talked to the majority of the breweries down there.
Cool.
Like where we're going. No one's doing it there, and we want to start kind of naturally progressing a little into that market as well.
Did you come with a cooler, by the way?
I did, man. So I gotta plug this beer though. So,
okay, that's fine.
So actually, I've seen you at Nobo, Kevin, and I actually bartend there, beer tent, bartend, whatever you want to call it, on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I was there last night. I was like, I gotta bring these guys something to drink. So I brought you 2 of my favorites from Nobo in Boynton Beach: a jalapeno honey blonde, and a French vanilla coffee pot porter. So 2 complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Little upper, little downer in there. So a little something for everyone.
Oh, very nice.
So we can crack into that whenever you guys want. By the way.
Yes. How about now? Yeah. Let's do that now.
Let's jump right into that party. Let's make it happen. Now, Jonathan, you said that you've been listening to KVJ since you were like in middle school, and it's been a while. And
cool.
You said that you've run into us at various different events and occasions.
I know. So I got a few kind of brief stories I'll run you through. So one of the first ones that comes to mind, Kevin, I was in middle school. Me and some of my buddies, we got dropped off by our parents at a spring training game.
Okay.
You know, we sneak up to one of the front rows, and I think we recognized your voice or what. I don't know. We put 2 and 2 together. Okay. And so sure enough, I think this is Kevin, right? So we end up saying what's up. I got to say, you were super cool to us. You gave us a shout out the next day on the radio while we're all like tuned in.
That's cool.
But also even at that age, I remember we were all thinking like, man, he's with some smoking hot chick right now. So looking back, I'm assuming that was Mexican Queen.
Oh, that was.
But it may not have been.
you
I don't want to get you in
baby.
trouble, but I remember thinking that at like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So,
Oh, that's fantastic, man. That's
yeah.
cool.
So then fast forward a couple years, 2016, Harborside Place, New Year's.
Yeah.
I'm at Calaveras Cantina with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I see Jaybird wearing one of these like outlandish suits, classic Jaybird, right? And he's sitting with this lady at the bar, or there's like a high top table for two. And I think I just go say what's up to him. Hey, big fan type of thing. Super nice, super cool. He's like, actually, I'm leaving. You want my chips and queso? And I was like, this guy's a dude, man. I'm cool with that.
Do you want my chips and
You must have had a great impression. I never give my chips and queso
No.
to anyone.
I was like, it's funny because I'm that guy, truly. I mean, I'll eat off of anyone's plate.
Yeah.
I'm a savage with food. I
love
love my
it.
food.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So that happened. Couple months later, we're at Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest.
Yeah.
Do you guys all have beer?
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 So this
Damn
is
good beer boss.
jalapeno honey blonde.
Okay, cool.
Fresh jalapenos, local honey. This is a easy crushable. You're gonna smell the jalapeno, but it's not overly spicy.
Ooh, local
all right?
honey.
Oh, it's not
You
at
know,
all,
that's
actually.
local honey. This is actually good if you've got allergies. They always talk about having local honey, and that will help break in your allergies.
So I need to drink about 12 of these.
You're right,
Yeah.
Virginia.
Wow, that's delicious.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I mean, I could drink this all day. It's a little under 5%, so
It's
not gonna
so
knock you on your
good.
ass. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You got to really chug it.
You know, talking about some of the small breweries, this is a perfect example of an advantage. All right, when you get to a Funky Buddha size or whatever, consistency is so crucial. These brewers are literally in the back chopping fresh jalapenos, right?
Yeah.
And if the batch isn't identical to the prior one, so be it. You know, you
Right.
try to, but it's not the end of the world.
Right,
It's
right.
only being served in the tap room right now for the most part in some local bars.
Right.
But once you get to certain levels, it's hard to experiment as much because then you have massive batches, right? Or you use a concentrate or purees as opposed to the fresh stuff because you need consistency, and fruit by nature and vegetables are going to be different.
That's
right?
so interesting you're
Sure.
saying that, because I was wondering, I've seen, it didn't happen here, but, you know, I told you that Funky Buddha sold to
Right.
Constellation. They went to a big boy. There was a brewery that did this, I think it was in Virginia, and people flipped the fuck out. Like they were protesting out front of the brewery,
Aw.
and they were losing their minds. And I'm like,
You can't do
but-
that.
but-
This is progress, people.
Well, but what I didn't fully understand it, because they're saying the beer will change. And I'm like, well, if they don't change it, what would change it? But you know what he's saying?
He's
that's
right.
interesting is now maybe you don't go to the fresh because you can't deal with inconsistencies. You've got to go with
Right.
those kind of
And
things that make it consistent.
There's, like anything, high quality of alternatives too. I mean, it could still be fresh or puree, but it's not a guy chopping jalapenos in
Right.
the back of the brewery.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Um,
So that's when people love a craft beer like that, that's what they want. They want, it's like somebody just made this in the back for me.
I
And
get it,
here
but
it is.
you had a special gift, you had a wonderful thing, and now you cheer for these brewmasters that are going to make millions by selling their company to a big dog.
I agree.
And you just look at it like, okay, where's my next little up and comer? Where can we put our arms around somebody who's going to be in the back chopping jalapenos?
This discussion really strikes a chord with me. Any industry, if you're around for 5 years and you get bought out for over $100 million,
I know, right?
You applaud them.
That's success.
Yeah, I mean, who honestly wouldn't take that? And
You have
then
to.
in this industry, there's people that frown upon it. I'm like, get out of here. You're out
Yeah,
of your mind
yeah.
if you think you're not taking that money. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Well, that's because you have a business mind.
Right.
And you have to have a business mind if you want to make it. True to the beer. Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
You got to have a business mind in this world.
And frankly, I don't think, you know what I think? A lot of people like being a part of something small and special.
Yeah.
And this is my brewery. I was here
Yeah.
first, and now everyone can have it, so it's not as special anymore. You know, it's sensitivity.
Craft beer has that mentality. I was talking about how I was almost surprised that David was having us out because, and you know, I was because we're working on doing some KVJ beers, with Due South.
which is very exciting.
And so, but those kind of things, like sometimes these craft beer places, because their clientele are like going, oh, you sold out. Like they've got, you know how like alternative, the hipsters
Yes.
It's
annoying.
It is kind of that annoying mindset, and they've got to deal with it. And they're like going, sometimes they come to me like, Kev, we'd love to do stuff, but if we do, like, people would turn on us and be like, oh, you went KVJ corporate. And it's like, we're the farthest thing from
We
corporate.
are the furthest. Corporate doesn't even like us.
Yeah. They're in Portland. They don't even know what the hell we're doing.
Well, you guys have done stuff with Twisted Trunk, right?
We did,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, we did.
We had
did
our
a round
beers
of the
with
beers with
them,
them.
yeah.
Those guys are awesome.
They
Fran's
are.
fantastic.
They are the epitome of keep it local.
Yeah.
Crush it. Their customer service is just like incredible.
Fran's amazing.
Fran's
He's
awesome.
well. Everyone has the over there. Fran is really kind of considered the godfather of craft beer in South Florida. He's been doing it like 20 years in more commercial. And he, like he said, he jumped out 7 years ago and blazed the trail for everybody. So everybody is like, when Fran enters, it's like, oh, there's Fran.
I refer to him as the godfather of the local beer scene, honestly.
Everyone, he's the man.
And we're very grateful to him. I mean, so I had a connection to put me in touch with him. He was my first contact, like getting all the breweries on board, even though it's mutually beneficial relationships. But literally, I went in, told him my idea. I think he saw it was for real.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, here's the list of every single contact that you need to reach out to.
Wow.
That guy's been our biggest supporter from day one.
It's fantastic.
Awesome.
He's like that.
Oh.
Their Fran's like that. So definitely go support all of his places. They do.
You need to kiss
great
his
beer.
ring when you see
Yeah,
him.
I'm a big Fran guy.
Their tap room is absolutely amazing. Twisted Trunk is, it's so well done.
It's cozy in there.
It's so cozy in there, isn't it?
Me and you went in there. I think we drank 3 flights together.
Well, we were supposed to have a
piece.
meeting. I think we forgot to say anything. We just kind of sat there and we're just like, oh shit, we're supposed to be here for business.
And he's there, he's in it. I like watching Fran walk around and serve beers and talk to every customer in there. Like, that's how a pro does it.
He's a normal, everyday dude that's just like so super likable. And as you mentioned too, they're opening their third concept, and they're different. People ask all the time, like any business, there's different brewery business models. Rather than keep the TBC name, they went, okay, we're going to do a spinoff, Twisted Trunk. Now we're going to do another spinoff, Steam Horse, and the margins are highest in your tap room. They're not the next, and don't get me wrong, Due South is crushing it, but they're not the next company that's going to be distributed and be bought out. They're going to make a ton of money locally in their tap rooms and call it a good day.
Yeah. Even with Due South, we had Doug in here, and I think he said there's still over 40% of their money, even though you can find Due South all over the place. I think it was at least 40% is still coming from the tap room.
Wow.
And they just recently opened up a new tap room, air conditioning.
Yeah, they essentially built an AC tap room within the warehouse itself, which should be huge for them because it gets hot in South Florida.
Yeah.
It
There's
does,
no way you can't afford to AC an entire warehouse. That's also brewing beer gets up to 200 something degrees, right?
Yeah.
So.
This is great beer.
Yeah.
by the
So
way.
Yeah,
what are you
it's
guys still on the
delicious.
jalapeno?
Yeah.
I'm still on jalapeno.
Cool.
I'm on my coffee.
Chugs over here.
Chugs Pennington, yeah. I'm on my 8th.
How old are you, Jonathan? Is that rude of me to ask?
No.
He told you he's 30.
Oh, you didn't say 30?
I turned 30 in last November. Yeah.
You're very smart. Your parents did a good job. Where'd you go to college?
I went to UCF.
Okay.
Go Knights.
Go Knights.
National
Okay.
champions.
What high school did you go to?
Wellington.
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite sub?
We're doing that, huh? a day in the life.
I'm proud to say you grew up listening to us because you are a shining beacon of joy.
I feel like we raised you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like we
appreciate
raised
it.
you.
Hey.
We're going to take credit for you.
How
By
was
all
that
means.
queso, by the way? Was it good? Was there a lot of chips and
New
burritos
Year's
still
Eve,
in it?
man, I sure as hell don't remember that.
I'm like, we're at Harborside? Oh, I gotta go back.
But going back to some other stories, I just got 2 other brief ones for you.
Got
So we're at Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest at the Expo or the Fairgrounds, right? And I know you guys always joke about Kevin having small legs or whatever.
Oh,
Yes.
the chicken legs, yeah.
And so
Chicken.
I see you guys there. He's wearing shorts, and I gotta say, it's real people. Like
Oh,
it's
my
real.
gosh, yeah. It's
He's got
it's so bad.
Skinny ass legs.
So-
It's the same size at the thigh as it is at the ankle.
It is.
I was in disbelief because
Well, no, in defense, my quads are a decent.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that the
my
calves
calves.
that look
Yeah.
like ostrich
It's
legs.
From the knees up, I'm fine. From the knee down, it's baffling.
Yeah.
He's got that flamingo leg.
It is, but it's in South Florida, so you can't wear jeans in the summer. So it's
Spot
like,
on.
yeah.
No, I mean,
tough,
So
yeah.
I saw it and I was just blown away. I was with a buddy of mine and
Yeah.
I had to take a picture.
Oh, that's right. You sent me the
I
photo.
remember
We created a meme. This is what happens when you skip leg day. my buddy tweets it, tags KVJ. So we're partying. We go out later that night for a birthday, and sure enough, we see KVJ like retweets it or whatever. We're going nuts. Like we're loving life, right?
It was awesome. Yeah.
So that was one, and then the last one I'll say. Coming up, actually, all of a sudden, 1 year. This was the week before we opened. Brew at the Zoo. This year, it's April 7th. We'll be there again.
Oh, yeah, I saw it last night. I put it in the calendar. I'm like, I was going to tell you.
I loved
one of my favorites.
I had such a good time at that event.
That and the Jupiter Craft Brewers Festival are my two favorites down here in South Florida. I mean, literally, you have admission to the zoo as a normal customer with beer scattered throughout the entire place.
Oh, it was, I still talk about that event.
We had so much. The weather was perfect. We had
was.
such a great time.
I did have a great time.
So we're not a brewery ourselves, so they don't allow us to serve beer. So we tried to make it work, and this was right before we were opening. We had like a really nice water display with mint and lime and whatever. And I see you guys coming. I could tell you guys have had some.
That's terrible. I thought I was hiding it.
No, we didn't. We didn't pass a tent, man. We were just, and you and I were just loving it.
I definitely had my outdoor voice going.
Yeah.
So you guys are walking by. I recognize you, of course, and I hear somebody saying like, "What do they got over there?" And there's no beer. There's no beer. So you almost keep walking. So I almost just like half-heartedly say it's vodka water or something like that. That lured everyone in real quick. Jason comes up. And he like smells it or is about to try it. I'm like, listen, it's just water. He takes it, like pissed off, throws it out. And he's like,
how dare you?
Oh, you know what? And it happened.
How dare you?
I was insulted.
This is a beer fest, asshole.
It happened to be on April 1st, and you guys were like, oh, must have been an April Fool's joke. Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, what are you gonna do?
I wasn't really mad.
No. But so that's kind of the extent of my history with you guys over the years from 12 until
funny.
30, man.
What's alarming is you always see us out when we're drunk, and there's like 3 different stories. We're just always drunk, it sounds like.
Well, he goes to beer events. We go to beer events.
Yeah, I mean,
don't beat yourself
You're
up.
right.
Yeah.
We don't have a problem.
We have a problem.
No, we don't. Shut up.
I mean, you're talking to the leader over there.
Yeah, I don't go anywhere where there's not beer, so I admit it. I own it. There's no beer.
Oh, I completely own it. Like, there's not going to be no beer, you asshole.
Yeah. I'm just like, what? Who has a place with no alcohol?
I know.
Like, what's the point? Yeah, and to let you know, they actually do have alcohol-infused water now. I don't know if you've seen that. Miami Brewing's doing it. I think there's another place that's doing it, too. And it's fantastic, and you can't even tell.
I haven't had it yet, but yeah, they call it hard water.
Yes.
And I've seen it blown up.
It's about 4 or 5%, so it's got a it's like drinking a regular beer.
I can see people into that, especially if the calories are low and all
For
that
sure.
stuff.
Well, now you're seeing the hard seltzer and stuff blow up, too, and all these alternatives. Listen, people want to have a good time, but they want to, like, keep
remember?
They want to remember, they want to stay hydrated, and they also don't want to take in all the calories, honestly. Like, listen, I'm always torn, and I almost feel like, Kevin, you might be the same a little bit. I absolutely love craft beer, and I love eating, and like I love this. I love having fun. I love getting buzzed, and at the same time, it's like, this is so much sugar and so many grains and so much so bad for you.
I was going to say, because you got some big arms there.
Yeah.
Whose arms are bigger? Kevin's?
Oh, his are bigger.
I don't know.
His are bigger, yeah.
I can definitely say my
Legs.
knees are bigger. That's for sure.
He's got bigger calves, no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. This is the indulgence I have. I eat super clean. And that's why I stay away from sweets and anything else like that.
He would never take Jay Bird's queso and chips.
Yeah, I eat
Never.
super dirty and I drink super dirty.
Yeah, so all my badness comes from the beer. So I keep it at
Are
that.
you guys on the French vanilla coffee porter?
Getting ready to hit this right now?
Almost.
This is one of my favorites, and I'm not really like a porter stout guy.
I am.
Fresh vanilla bean. They roast their coffee beans in house.
That's very good.
Yeah, it's about 7% too. So,
Oh wow!
yeah.
All right.
Oh, I love it. That is so good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
they do good stuff. Like you said,
That's
all
awesome.
3 of them are right there. If somebody wants to hop on, let's hit prices real quick for Damn Good Beer Bus and how people book on there.
Cool. Thank you. So damngoodbeerbus.com for all of our public tours. Very easy. There's a booking calendar. It's $59 a person. Again, 3 breweries, flight of beer at each place, beer on the bus, behind-the-scenes access, meet with the brewers and owners and managers at all the stops. We always guarantee at least one behind-the-scenes tour. Some things are out of our hand, like if it's a brew day, for instance. Not to mention by the 3rd stop, most people are pretty chill and good anyway. We also offer private tours, essentially the same thing, but you pick the route, the date, the time, the breweries, $69 a person, pretty much everything that's included. or then you can just rent out the bus by the hour. It holds up to 20 passengers at $165 an hour. And again, that's more of the glorified Uber. You get to drink on the bus. We could arrange for a tour if you want. Anything private's very customizable. That's been really popular for us. There's always a birthday. There's always a corporate outing. There's always a team building. There's always something that's different, unique, safe. You know, and we always have a way of tying food too. We do provide some snacks, but we can always arrange food trucks and stuff of that nature as well.
Cool.
Are you single?
I'm not. Actually, this is probably a great time. Thank you for bringing that up.
Oh, okay. Someone's like, is he single? Holy fuck, what a hunk.
You do have it together, so you are an awesome cat.
Easy,
Thank
Mama.
you,
You're
thank
married.
you.
Take it home.
Not for me.
No.
You're way too young
I think I
for
met
me.
you. I think I saw you at a girl. Was that your girlfriend? Did I meet her one time?
I'm just gonna say yes. No, I'm kidding. Yes, she's actually the biggest supporter. She comes to all the events. She's been on all the tours when I need her. And actually, like Kevin, I'm very robotic with emotions.
Aw.
So this
you
is
go.
since you brought it up, this is gonna be a huge opportunity for brownie points. Camille, I love you very much. What a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Just earned some
look at that
brownie
guy.
points.
That's
and
awesome.
Look at that guy.
so
Look
I
at
think
that
that's
guy.
awesome. You don't come off like a robot though.
our
No,
boy.
you really don't.
That's
Though.
our boy.
I've met robots before. You don't come off
Okay.
like a robot.
yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. So this is where we're going to be tomorrow, the Damn Good Beer Bus. Hopefully this is one of many events we do with you,
For sure,
Jonathan.
guys. Thank you so much for having me. I had an
of
awesome
course.
Yes,
time.
brother. Absolutely.
The one email I got regarding the Irish car bomb, somebody said you cannot get them in Ireland, but you can get them at O'Shea's, and you can get in Ireland a baby Guinness, which is a fabulous alternative. That's from Stacy, to let you know, from Palm Beach. So there you
Cool.
go. Now, it's just a quick note to the regular show. Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow again. We start at Matthews at 3:30, $45. All you can drink all day. Spread the dub playing live. Brother Jimmy's going to be cruising there at 5:15. We've got corned beef and cabbage there and other great beers that they got on tap. They've done a good job with their beers on tap.
Great beers, great food. The barbecue, that grilled cheese with the barbecue pulled pork is amazing.
Great people.
Yes.
Too. Yes, that's true. I know all these owners of all these places are friends of mine,
Well,
and so
I mean,
happy to hang with all of
When
them.
you spend this much money there, they're nice to you.
They love me.
Dave, the owner of Brother
Jimmy's,
Jimmy's, he's been around in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
And we're talking when I was 21 years old up at Swamp Grass Willie's.
Yep.
You know, just get my drink on.
Yep.
Get my fuck on. No.
And same with Larry at
In
Pirates
Swamp Grass?
I can't confirm or deny.
Palm Beach Gardens will be there at 7 o'clock. Mechanical Bull, beer pong, live music. And thank you very much to Bud and Bud Light for making it all happen. The St. Patty's Day Bar Tour. See you out this weekend, too. If you're not going to be doing the corned beef and cabbage, do some Bud's chicken and seafood, baby. Bird
Yes.
sauce.
Oh,
Yes.
get it.
Bud sauce.
Will we be able to pull the bus through the drive-thru at Bud's?
That's actually a
It's a
great
great question. It's a great question.
Let's approach that when we get there.
Okay.
We can get a discount. I know a guy that made the bird sauce.
Not going to confirm or deny access, but I'd definitely be game to try that.
Okay.
Well, see you guys out. You have an amazing weekend. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.